Hi everyone, how's everyone doing? Today I'm on live so that we're gonna be doing a behind the scenes. We're gonna get we we're gonna talk to Terry. Terry's been on before. He's shown us one of his flips, so he'll be showing us his next flip that he did. So it'll be exciting to see his project, how this flip has gone for him, get to hear his numbers. He's gonna show us his property, and then he's gonna tell us about whatever problems came up and how he solved them. So it'll be a good session to hear. This is a flip. And while we wait for Terry to come on, I'm gonna just let you guys know about our networking event. We have our networking event every month, the last Thursday of every month. This month's event is going to be, we're going to have a lawyer on, Ryan Carson, and he's going to talk to us about residential and commercial real estate. So it's going to be a lot of fun because he's a lawyer, and I can see that Terry has requested. So just give me a minute. But so you guys want to join the networking event because this month's networking event is going to be about residential and commercial real estate with a lawyer. So it'll be a good conversation. It should be coming on. Or I don't know what it did. Okay, let me ask. Invite. Okay. Let's try again. See if Terry gets on. There we go. Hey. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Can everybody hear me clearly?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, perfect.
How
How are
are
you,
you
Dan?
doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm just excited, preparing for our next couple of flips. So, this one is closing tomorrow on the exit side. So, I'm good to go and excited.
That's nice. That's exciting. So let's just start off with a quick, just telling people your experience, like what you do, just a little bit about yourself.
Sure. So my name is Taras Shved. I go by Terry to simplify things for anybody who can't pronounce my name. I am a former contractor turned real estate investor, entrepreneur, whatever you want to call it. And right now I'm standing in my flip that we're finishing off, the first one for this year. Um, so I started real estate investing about just under a year ago, full time. And so far, so good. Thanks to people like yourself, Diana, your networking event, and other people in the real estate sphere, in the Canadian real estate sphere. I would say, I'm profitable and flipping at the moment. Looking forward to expanding into other things as well, but that takes some capital. So through flipping and through partnering with others, we are growing to hopefully be a one-stop shop for real estate investments.
Awesome. That's great to hear. And it must be exciting to see this happening for you, like that, this is full time and because this is your second flip, right? This is your second one?
Yes. So this is my second official flip on my own. And yeah, so it is fairly exciting. It's a kind of a one step by one step for now. But as of this close, we're going to be doing a couple of flips simultaneously.
Oh, now you're going to be doing more than one at a time?
Yes.
It's great to see that you're growing because lots of people also sometimes you will get stuck with the one at a time. And I mean, for any business, you always have to expand. So that's great to hear that you're starting to get into that expansion mode.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't have any money of my own I didn't have any money of my own when I started. So it was all about other people and helping other people, and therefore, capitalizing on that. So it's a OPM. If anybody doesn't know, that stands for other people's money. And yeah, you just got to grow because, I mean, if you're comfortable, that's fine. But, I am a long way from retirement. So I want to ramp up a little bit.
And just so people understand, I think this is normal in any business. I don't think people know this, that when you're going to run a business, you don't realize, but you have to use other people's money to actually be able to grow. And people always, I don't think people realize that. You know, it is, you do have to, being, because other people money can be mortgages from banks, private lenders. Like obviously when you're going into in the business side, it's usually always private people, like either partnering up. So yeah, that's great. And like that, if you want to grow, like you have to use other people's money because who's gonna grow? Like there's only so much you can do on your own. You gotta like team
Exactly.
and to be able
And
to
I
grow.
don't even, I'm not sure if people realize, but when you go to the bank and request a credit card or a line of credit or a mortgage, that is technically using other people's money. So you're just not used to having that kind of realization, but you're usually using and leveraging money from somewhere, if not an
Yeah,
institution. You know, for real estate investors, it's a little different. We can go directly to people like, you know, like you or like parents or friends or, you know, private money it's a little more common, but it's still the same idea. You're leveraging something that's not yours to have a return greater than what it costs to borrow. So that's it, right? That's a normal step in business.
yeah, and yeah, that's great that you put that out there because it is important people to know because sometimes people I don't know, don't realize or just don't have the opportunity to realize that doing a business, you will be using other people's money. That's always been something very common. It's just you, I guess, don't hear it in the real estate world because normally, again, real estate investors or lots of real estate investors just do it on their own. But that's not really running a business. That's just like, hey, I'm saving up money, buying a house. But when people like us are running it as a business, that's a different story because we need people to help us out to build, so we can run a business.
Yeah, what people don't realize is there's a difference between a business and being a sole entrepreneur or just having yourself a job or being your own, so to speak, boss, right? It's two
Mhm.
different things. If one starts off, they start off the same, at least in my eyes, but you graduate from one to another.
100%. Totally agree. So let's see your beautiful house. Let's see. Tell us what you've done to your house. I know all the viewers are excited to see what you've done to your house. So let's get the tour.
Okay, let's flip this. All right, all right, all right. So I'm going to start at the front entrance. The doors are black. So I'm going to kind of walk around. Do you want to start as just a general tour or for me to like step by step explain each part as we walk through it?
You can explain as you walk through it.
All right, so front doors, um, not in the best condition. Instead of spending almost 3 grand replacing the entire door, we just cut out the glass and ordered a piece of glass, and that got rid of all the dings and scratches and changed the hardware to something a little bit nicer. And now it looks like this. So it's got a full frost with just enough to be private. Everybody likes the doors. So far, no bad reviews. As soon as you step inside, you've got your tall closet with glass. It's fairly spacious, and immediately you've got your kitchen and your living room and dining room. So when you walk into your living room, I built this electric insert fireplace with a space for your 50-inch TV. This is functional, heated, and I believe it connects to your smart thermostat that we installed for actual secondary heating applications in your home. We've got engineered hardwood with real oak vents stained to match the floors. Then we've got, moving into the dining room, just a fresh new light fixture. Everything is painted. Oh, I didn't turn on the pendant lights. There we go. So we've got a breakfast bar right here, moving into the kitchen. So I come from a construction background, so I can kind of think of these little intricate things that other people might not see or appreciate. But we've got a wine rack, and as you can see, the breakfast bar from the side is functional. We've got plenty of storage. So we used to have a pantry here, but we increased the cabinet space and replaced the pantry with an in-suite laundry. This is all white painted hardwood with rose gold finished hardware, stainless steel appliances.
Now, eh?
Pardon?
I guess that's in now. A lot of people are doing the gold accessories.
It really depends. It just worked out for me. I like it. It's something that I would want in my properties. And the way we do it is we don't, or at least I don't design it for strictly aesthetics, but I do look at what the market likes. I look for more for function. So there's a reason the hood is there. There's a reason the sink is there. There's a reason that's there. There's a reason the backsplash is made the way it is. There's a reason we have that. So this was definitely, none of this was here, right? This was just old school carpentry. Whereas we opened it up a little bit and made it really nice. And instead of where the pantry used to be, we've got an in-suite laundry.
Oh,
right?
nice. Yeah.
So essentially, when we're buying, we're listening to what the previous buyer's issues are. We're taking it into consideration. So they were saying, yeah, we hate stairs. So this is a bungalow, if I didn't mention, three bedroom, 1 bath upstairs, and 3 bedroom, 2 bath downstairs, with a separate entrance. So they had said, hey, it's terrible that we don't have in-suite laundry. Bang. Just listen to the problems. Your people will tell you immediately. We've got all new baseboards, casings. It's the modern look. I've been using it for years, but it's a little bit more of a trend now. All new interior doors, handles, frames, everything, all new vents. So if we go through, I'm going to take you, first stop is the washroom. So I don't know if you guys can see everything because on my side it's like a very small screen. But we did the upper bath. We've got a double sink vanity with.
Where did you get your mirror from? That's really nice. I need a mirror like that for my flat.
HomeSense.
HomeSense? Okay, that's really
HomeSense or Winners, they're all the same, right? Marshall's, HomeSense, Winners, they're all the same company. So if you go online or if you just walk into the stores, I buy all my stuff ahead of time, so I don't have to scramble and look online. These countertops are the same as in the kitchen. All our hardware is matching and everything is very connected. We've got all new ventilation systems. So I think it's very clean. It's very neutral. If you really wanted to add something, you could. But yes, I do agree. I do like this little beveled edge.
Yeah, it's a really good
Moving.
job. You guys did a good job. And the kitchen is also amazing too.
Moving on, we've got light fixtures in bedrooms. We did all the windows, all the doors. We couldn't not do it. The bedrooms are decent sized. The closets are all built for IKEA wardrobes, so that's customizable. We're leaving that to the end users. But when we had opened up the washroom, we insulated as many of these walls as we could reach. So, and between the 2 floors. So, if you wanted a second unit in the basement, you have that option. Moving in, we've got the master, and again, large closet space, fits an IKEA wardrobe. Obviously, if you want to do a California closet or something else, it's all doable. We do have a lot of greenery. It's a 65 by 120 yard. The window view doesn't do it justice. What's that?
You have a shed in the backyard too.
Yes, we've got a side shed and a backyard shed, so there's plenty of storage space. The third bedroom does have I don't know what you guys would call it, but we're calling it a solarium. So when you can step through, it's got a sliding door access to the outside. It's wonderful. We cleaned it up with some lights in it. It is not heated, so it doesn't need to be permitted. But, carpet gives it a nice clean finish, and it is great all day because it hides you from the sun, but also has, airflow. Its glass slides up. So this is probably my favorite room. So we've got the smart thermostat. This is an Ecobee. I can't tell you much about it. These are new to me, but these are going to be probably standard for all my future flips. Very easy to set up and work great. Like I was saying, we've got an in-suite laundry, all new blacked out hardware. And then so you've got a side entrance with a partition door. So we kept some of this shiplap material. The light makes it look kind of funny, but it's the same color as the washroom. Side door with a separate entrance for the basement. So what we've got here is quite a bit of space. I'm gonna turn on as much of this light as I can. All right, let's not get dizzy. So that's a gas insert into an originally wood fireplace. All we did is we just painted this and cleaned this up. It's all functional, so if anybody chooses to use it or not to use it, it's ready to go. All the exterior walls and some, if not most of the interior walls are all insulated. So we've got spotlights throughout the entire house. There's only 3 halogen light bulbs, which are dependent lights. Everything else is high efficiency, new copper wiring. Something that we might discuss later is we ran into an issue when we opened up, when we were just trying to fix some of these drywall pieces, that this whole basement had to pretty much be touched. And so we put new insulation, all new copper wiring, all new, just pretty much everything you see. If you were following along on my Instagram account, you would have seen the work that we did. Again, all new windows. We've got laminate flooring to match upstairs, same doors, same hardware. You've got your strobe, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide. We did not create a legal second unit. This was like this. We did not change anything. We just cleaned it all up. But this does have a rough-in for a kitchen. If you wanted to, build yourself a little bar or a kitchen. It has Cat6 internet with a space for your TV, so your TV does not run off your internet. Your Wi-Fi will be great. And it's central for internet to be in the middle of the house so that you have good coverage all around. You don't need to run cables, or Rogers doesn't, or Bell doesn't need to run cables along your house. We've already done that in the walls for you. We've got another spot for if you wanted to make this a second unit, for a second laundry tub. A nice little touch that I've learned just out of experience is you easily mess up the walls around this. So we put an acrylic plastic, and a lot of people ask, and then once we tell them why we did it, they really much appreciate that we're protecting it before they even have a chance to mess it up. Something we have here, so this shows that we did updated plumbing, 3/4 line, which is high flow. Insulation, that's just a little bit under the stairs, but the whole house is insulated. Another thing that really helps is I leave stickies for the next buyers, or even for walkthroughs, for people to know what is where and why. So this one says utilities for basement laundry.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's a trick I picked up from some very experienced realtors. So this is the first washroom downstairs. The headspace is just under 8 feet. It's over 7, but under 8 feet. So upstairs is 8, downstairs is just under that. We have a full pre-built base with glass. This is porcelain tile to be matching. We've got proper heating, cooling, and ventilation, as well as water access for the exterior. Again, with the little stickies. Moving along, we've got our so-called room number 2. The first one was at the front of the house. We try and minimize any electrical or mechanical work. So this is this is not even as thick as a picture frame. This is our electrical. This is done by our electrical, or the doors were done by us, but our electrical contractor is really good. So they really know how to tightly package everything.
That's nice.
We've got good doors. This is all thought out. So the doors and everything here were a little bit messed up. We replaced all of it. Instead of having doors here that would lead directly into the room, the doors leading to the sides provide privacy as well as airflow. So, we've got, it's thought out. It's not just, hey, we're slapping it together. Same thing. You've got an abundance of receptacles. Everything is done up to code, inspected. So there's a lot of work that we didn't expect to put in, but we have. This is for storage if you so choose. All our pot lights are 3 modes, so yellow light, white light, and blue white light. It's all switchable. We don't cheap out on our stuff, or at least, you know, none of the stuff that really matters. Actually, nothing. We really didn't skim on anything. We try not to, because it's always better to have a more premium product than competition, right? So here's our second basement shower. This one's a square. People say that this is a little bit less headroom than they would like, but I am just under 6 feet and I fit under here quite well. And you know, when you're sitting, you don't really need the headspace. And same thing for when you're brushing your teeth.
Yeah.
So we did the best that we could with this one. A smart feature that some people find weird is.
Bathrooms in the basement?
Sorry, Dana, could you repeat that?
Oh, so were there always 2 bathrooms in the basement?
Yes, this is a bathroom in the basement. We put 2 of them, or it was existing, but we just, you know, updated it so that if you wanted to have a student rental or something like that as supplementary income, or rent out the whole place, you could. You'll be breaking even at minimum or cash flow positive, obviously depending on, you know, how much you put down. Something that a lot of people don't realize is the mechanical room entrance. That's usually done through a bedroom or an office room, which is terrible for if you actually have tenants. You have to let them know you're going in, all that kind of stuff, where we just planned a super wide door and then a super wide door, and one opens this way, one opens the other way, and if you ever needed to move the furnace or the water tank, you could easily get it through without interrupting tenants' either sleep or just in general without intruding. Whereas a lot of times this is an issue. So again, update the plumbing, update the electrical. Really nothing to see here, but I just wanted to point out that we do really try and think these things through with our layouts and with our modifications. So
yeah. You did an amazing job, and it's really nice when, you know, people think through the job and actually try to, you know, make sure it's functional. Because a lot of people don't do that, and some people look at places and you're like, what were they thinking when they tried to do that? And there was a comment actually. Someone was commenting saying that
Dan, I'm having a little bit of difficulty hearing you.
Pardon?
I'm having a little bit of difficulty hearing you, so I'm going to head upstairs. There's not really much left to show down here.
Yeah, I'll wait for you to go.
And then hopefully the internet connection gets a little bit better upstairs. So again, we did all new doors, all new hardware. This is all freshly done. Landing, everything is very clearly done.
Yeah, you did a really nice job. The person that's the family or the people that are gonna live there are really gonna enjoy their place. All right, Dan. What did you get done? And so is the area you're in a student rental area? Is that, or is it? Did you just found out the people that are buying it are gonna use it as a student rental? Can you hear me?
Almost not at all. I'm trying to read your lips at this point.
I don't know why you can't hear me.
I think it might be the internet connection.
Oh.
Can we restart it?
Pardon?
Can we restart the stream?
The only thing is, if we restart it, then it becomes 2 separate videos. But actually, I guess I can probably group them together or something. Yeah, do you want to restart it? Or is it better? I can't hear anything I'm saying.
I'm just going based on what I'm trying to read your lips, and yeah, it's not happening.
Okay, let's restart.